Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 2 here in the Happy Abode. We're starting off today by picking a new duplicant. So we have a few different options. I don't like this one because of the nyctophobic. We've been over that one. So that one we're going to cancel out. So we have two options. This one is an electrical engineer, but they have decreased agriculture and can't do doctoring. This one is a pacifist with small bladder and has hard digging. I have some hard diggers already. I don't particularly like the ones that can't do attacking, just in case I really need them to do that. The can't do doctoring, I don't care about. So we're going to bring Lindsay in and add them as our 8th duplicant. So let's go to the schedules and move her to slot 1. Make sure that's it. That one's just starting. Let's do 2. That way she can just get right to work. Okay, so we have, I did a little bit between last episode and this one. So I finished out building out all 4 of the hatch branches that I'm doing. I have a little bit to finish up here as I dig across, but I need to get doing it slowly because I don't want the water going everywhere. I also collected most of the water from up here down into this pool. So we have one water pool here. Then we have another one down here after this one gets full. Or after this one gets used up. And we also switched our bathroom over to a fully plumbed bathroom, which is pretty cool. So we've gotten a lot done. I brought a couple of duplicants in during that time and got them running. So now we have a second bionic duplicant. We have 6 regular duplicants. And we're moving right along. So I have a bunch of eggs down here from our farm already, but our focus today is that we want to get to the point where we have automation that brings all of the eggs out of the farm down here. And also I want to get this section set up with automation so that we can get 4 powered incubators in here so we can start producing hatches as fast as we possibly can. So we're making some refined copper in order to do that, and we're going to get everything set up. Right now, we're not doing any research. I need all hands on deck to get work done, and I don't have any research that I need at the moment, but that means as soon as we see something that we don't have, we can just throw somebody right into the research. I also finished building out the bedroom for our bionic duplicants. I plan on bringing in 6. So the goal with that is as I see one that I haven't gotten. So I have an Eduardo, I have an Alti. If I get one of the other 4 of the bionic duplicants, we'll bring them in and we'll keep going until we have all of them. Other than that, we're going to try to bring in standard duplicants. I think I need to expand bedroom for this because I'm going to need a few more. But for now, we have some space, so we're okay. Why is Ellie getting starved? I think it's just distance. She might have been trapped for a few seconds. He's heading back to get food now. We are pretty low on food, so I'm considering whether or not we might need to get some muck root, but we still have a lot that we can dig. Not muck root, mush bars, but we have a lot of muck root that we can still get. So for now, I'm going to keep working on that. I think what I'm going to do is put a ladder down here, just temporarily, because I want to keep that water pool intact, and that way we can work our way over here, dig all this out, get the muck root down here, and any of these other buried spots. So let's do a dig like this. That way we can come across, and I'll do the same on this side. And work our way over like this. That way we can start digging out some more stuff. So yeah, it's just a matter of continuing to work on that. As far as the automation up here, I have the tech for putting in auto sweepers. I just need to place them, and I need to get the refined metal to do it. But I also need to have a mechatronics engineer. And the easiest way to do that, because we have the bionic duplicants, is we're going to put in a soldering station. We'll do that right here because there's just enough space for it. So let me put some tiles in there to support it. We'll put some power across. And once we get that built, I have people that can use it. We can craft a mechatronics engineering booster instead of doing a mechatronics engineering duplicate here, because that's going to take several skill points to do it. It'll take us a long time. If we do it here, I think I'm going to just leave them like that for now. I don't want to push the morale quite yet. If we do it with a standard duplicate, it's going to take like 5 more skill points to get it done. If we can get this built and make the mechatronics engineering booster, we can put it into one of our duplicates here, and we'll be able to do it right away. So to do that, we do need chips, though. I want to see how many we have. Right now we're at 6. We get one of those every time one of our bionic duplicants sleeps a night, or defrags, as it were. And so 2 more cycles through that, and we'll be done with that. So we're going to finish building this out so that we can be ready for crafting that booster as soon as we have 2 more microchips. And then we'll start getting this shipping rail set up to automatically collect all of our eggs. For now, we'll just have to keep an eye out and move them down as we see them, so that we don't have any building up, because it's only going to be a few more cycles before we're able to get to the point where we can do it. I don't think we have any there. I'm also needing to get down here and dig out some more sedimentary rocks soon, but one thing at a time. We've got another one of the bionic duplicants in, so I brought him in. Sonyar is now on our schedule as our duplicate on the 3rd day shift, and they have a ranching booster, which is great. Now we have another ranching duplicate to help with this. So we have almost gotten to the point where we have enough microchips to do the mechatronics engineering booster. I think we need 1 more, so we're just waiting for Eduardo to finish his defragging, and then we can get that going. I built a couple more incubators as well, so we're going to keep working on that project, getting all of those in. We're going to have to build some kind of new power system so that we can provide enough power for it, because 1 duplicate running on a manual generator is not going to be enough to run it. But that's okay. We have extra duplicates that can do some work, so we could probably just run a few of them. Because we're trying to get the achievements, we can't use any power other than manual generators and hydrogen generators, and I don't have a source for hydrogen as of yet. As we explore the map, maybe we'll find a hydrogen vent we can use. But for now, we're just going to keep plugging away with what we have, and hope we can do it. We're also crafting some more metal power banks. I just queued up a whole bunch of them because we're running low, and I don't want to keep forgetting to do them, so we have that going right now. And let's put another one of these eggs in here. Right now I want to work on doing the automation for that. So what we're going to do is put in a timer sensor above here, and then we're going to do a filter gate like this and this. We'll do the same on this side. And then we'll do a buffer gate like this, and like this, and like this. We're going to run wires to connect all of those up. And what that's going to do is we're going to allow this timer signal to go through a filter. And when the filter has enough, it'll turn on the buffer gate, so it'll run long enough to keep this incubator on. This next filter will turn this one on as soon as this one turns off, and so forth. And so we'll just run a 60-second signal through all of the incubators, giving them power for 60 seconds at a time, but only ever powering one of them. That means that we'll only need 240 watts of power to power this whole room at any given time. So as we're not using much anything else, because this rock crusher will be done by the time we're done with that, we're using this table, which uses 60 watts of power, and we're using a couple of oxygen diffusers, and occasionally using the pump to run water up for our bathrooms. If we just have a couple of these generators running, we should be fine. So I'm going to put 2 of them up here. We'll put some tiles underneath them. And then what I think I want to do is put a smart battery next to it, and then we'll put in a transformer so that we can run the power out the way that we need to. One thing I do want is under power, I just want to research this one real quick so that we can have some conductive wires and we can work on getting that going. We also need to finish putting in the auto sweepers and things up here. So we're going to need some more refined metal for that. So we're going to keep going on with creating our copper ore to copper here. So a lot more to do with that, but we're making progress. We have some more calories that we dug up down here. We have some that are available that if we need to pull them out. So we're doing okay there. And then I have this whole section down here to work our way down through to get whatever is in here. I think that we may end up reaching the point where we need to make some mush bars or something, so I might look into setting that up just to be safe, because we aren't going to have meat for a little while longer, and we don't want to run out of food for our standard duplicant. As far as the meat goes, we currently have 3 bionic duplicants and 6 regular duplicants. So right now we're going through about 6,000 calories per cycle of food. So once we have the meat available, we'll be doing 6,000 each cycle. And that would mean that to do the 400,000, we would need 66 cycles to do it. Which means we need to bring in some more mouths, because we're not going to be ready by cycle 35 to start providing meat. Which means we need more mouths so that we can eat more meat each cycle as we have it available. So it's kind of a race from both directions. We need to get enough meat available so that we can provide it, but also we need to bring in enough duplicants early enough that they can eat that meat and get us to the carnivore before cycle 100, because that's the one that's really time. So getting this on and powered will make a huge difference, because we get eggs up here as long as we can get the grooming done, which we will. Let's increase the priority for all these stables to 7. That way our ranchers, now that we have more of them, we'll prioritize that. That means we'll get eggs from each of these hatches. We'll get one every 6 cycles, and since we currently have 9 of them, that means it'll be every 1.5 cycles we'll get a new egg for now. These will take 4 cycles to hatch, so we'll get 1 new hatch from our nursery every cycle, and so we can quickly increase the population and it will explode pretty quick. If we can have enough hatches in here that excess will be being incubated to turn into food by cycle 50, I think we have it easily in the bag. So I'm not super worried about getting to it. It's just there's still quite a lot of stuff that we have to do to get to where we need to go. Well, it's time for another duplicate. It's a pretty easy choice. Rowan and Nails both are flatulent, and I don't want to deal with that. So we're going to go with Liam. He does have squeamish, which means he can't do doctoring, but that I don't care about. And Yokel, where he can't do researching, don't particularly care either. I have researchers, and I'll have a doctor when I need a doctor. I don't need everyone to be able to do it. That's fine. I'm going to bring him in, check out our schedule, where we want him to be. We'll just put him on schedule 1 for now and then take a look. I think that should be okay. Actually, no. Again, schedule 1 is like the one that is currently just starting work. I guess if I put him there, he's just going to end up on, well, whatever. I'll just leave it there. Yeah. Does have affinity for farming, which means it'll get him closer to critter ranching even better. I'm going to put you on schematics. This person I'm just leaving here. I think I'm going to give him carrying, though, just to help with carrying things around. And Hassan is just going to stay. Nah, Hassan can get carrying, too. He has nothing around for it. That will be good. Just checking in on everything. So we're back to not... we're holding off on research. I'm working on a bit of a power grid here. So I'm going to put in a smart battery. And then I'm going to have a large power transformer and start running conductive wire out to power everything. But I just need to keep getting the rock crusher running so that we have more refined metals. So that's just taking time. Same thing down here. I have this all set up. I just need to get power to it. Our hatches are all happy now, so they are reproducing quickly. I just need to get all of our stuff here in. I can't do the auto sweepers and conveyor loaders much yet because I don't have enough refined metal, but I can run this line. So basically it's going to go like this and up like this. And as soon as I have somebody that can do the mechatronics, we'll be able to do that. I have enough microchips to do it. I'm going to set this to high priority so somebody actually goes and crafts that booster for us so that we can get somebody working on this, because I want to get this done sooner rather than later. And we're going to work on prioritizing doing the ones down here on this level, because these two don't even have hatches in yet. They'll get them in quick, but the sooner we get these moving, so any eggs are moved out, the better. I don't see any in here right now, so we're good. I've been moving them manually as fast as I can. So we're all set there. So like I said, just keep plugging away at it. We're running really low on food, and I'm trying to keep up with that. For now, we're still okay, but like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to set up somebody on mush bars. I need more duplicants in, but we have to wait for the printing pod. So we'll just have to keep trying to keep up with it as best we can so that we don't run out of food, and hope for the best. All right, we've gotten the first stage of this done. We have our automation is working so that we have the sensors going through. So after this, it triggers for 60 seconds. It will turn on the first incubator. And it should, if everything is timed right, yep, this is going to run out of being lullabied just as that incubator turns on. So that's egg is no longer lullabied. We're really close to this tripping. So this is now on. I have this set at priority 9, so one of my ranch duplicants should come over here within the 60 seconds and incubate this egg. There he comes. And then as soon as that's done, we just have to wait for the next one to get tripped, which is almost done. And you can see it going around here on this filter gate, which means it's going to turn on the next incubator. And this egg is no longer incubated because it just ran out. And the next ranch duplicant should be heading their way here now. Let's see. Somebody should be. Hopefully. There we go. And they're going to have enough time to incubate the egg, and then it'll keep going down the line, and we should get all 4 of them just because we have enough duplicants to do it. We're still going to bring some more in, get them set up to do it. We're also running our lines up here. We are just waiting on the refined metal, so I need to get an auto sweeper put in, and I need to get a conveyor loader on both of these, and then we need to work on the top ones after that. So I'm just doing this to test to see if all of these get incubated in time, or if I need to add extra time. Looks like Eduardo's heading down here now for this one. Maybe not. Let's check and see. It looks like we missed that one. Let's check this one. Yep, now somebody is running there. So we did miss one just because we're still short on ranch duplicants, but we're working on them. So let's put Ari we just brought in. We'll put him as a farmer. We have a farmer here that can now be a rancher, which is good. We have our ranching here, which is good. We'll put in carrying on that person. So that gives us another rancher that can do it. So on our schedules, it looks like we have... One thing we might want to look is just to make sure we have ranchers on at all times. We have a bunch that are still not quite there, but they will cover every shift. So I have one bionic duplicant on each one that's got a ranching. And then each of the day shifts I have... Looks like this one I don't yet. Let's switch Ari to schedule 2, and we'll put Lindsay on schedule 1. That way we have a rancher there, a rancher there, a rancher there. Liam, I think, is actually... I guess he's not quite rancher yet, but he's getting close. And then we'll have a rancher on every shift for the standard duplicates too. Just the more ranchers we have available to get to these, the less likely we're going to miss any getting incubated. The other thing we need to do is start switching these over so that we have the stone hatches here, and we'll start filling these up with stone hatchlings because that's what we want to get for our eggs. So let's put in auto sweeper here, and then a conveyor loader will go right there. And all we're going to do is set it for eggs, and it's going to bring the eggs down here. So the idea is once these are all full and we have nowhere for our hatches to go, extra hatches will get delivered here. Hatches will come down, they'll stand in here. This will say, hey, we have a critter in this room, close the door, and then they will drown in the water and turn into meat. And that will automate our process for having barbecue. So at this point, after we get the last bits of our mechatronics in place, all we have to do is keep running to keep the power up and keep doing the ranching, and everything else will take care of itself. I did get a bunch more muckroot down here, and I'm still working my way down to get some more space dug out so that we can find some more. And I made a bunch of mush bars so that we have some mush fry to help get us through with our food. But once we start getting the barbecue in regularly, we will shut that off and we'll just run on barbecue, and that will get us through to carnivore. So I'm going to check at our achievements for now to see where we're at with them. We have a bunch that I haven't actually looked at yet. All the basics we've gotten knocked out so far. Doing automation, getting bathrooms set up, that kind of stuff. We do have one for eating barbecue early on. But so right now we're still only at 4,000 for the carnivore, but we're at 175,000 or 174,000 for locavore. So we're almost halfway through this one already, and it's cycle 33. So that'll open it up so that we can actually start doing some planting, but really we're just going to keep pushing through until we get the carnivore achievement done. So this will help here because having this egg in here is probably making these guys cramped. Actually, they're still okay because they have a little bit of extra wiggle room, but getting too many eggs in here will make it so these guys won't keep producing eggs, and that's a big problem. So that's why we need to get this in here so that it will pull the eggs out of here as fast as we can. The other reason we want them down here is because any excess eggs that are here will slowly be incubating, just sitting there. And when they hatch, we want them to already be in this room so that they can quickly get turned into barbecue. So now it's just a matter of keep plugging away at the system. I'll work on finishing out this last little bit of building that I need to do for getting the conveyor loaders all in place. And we'll just keep plugging away, producing the things we need to survive, and we'll probably start exploring out when we feel comfortable that we have enough people to make sure we keep the lullabying going. But other than that, just continuing on until we get the carnivore achievement. Reached the point where I have a full stone hatchling stable. We're at 6 out of 7. We have 4 of these being lullabied. Well, some of them just got put in, so they're not quite lullabied. I emptied out this chamber and switched it over to stone hatches as well. That way, any new stone hatches, when they hatch, will get put in here, which meant that I moved all of the regular hatches that were in here down here, and they got turned into meat. So that'll get us some meat for the short term. I'm back to making some mush bars just to get us through for a little while longer. I want to check in on our achievement and see where we are. So far, we're at 35,000 calories, which means we have 365,000 to go, and we have 53 cycles to do it, which means we need to eat 7,000 calories, basically, per cycle. We have plenty of duplicants to do that, because we have 16 total duplicants, 4 of which are bionic, so we have 12 mouths to feed. So we're eating over 12,000 calories per cycle. But right now we're not producing that because we still have to get stables filled up with stone hatches. The hatches here will slowly get replaced because now we are incubating more stone hatches than regular hatches, and we have a bunch of eggs in here that are about to hatch. So we should be okay once that happens and we keep moving on with this system. But we're right on the edge, and that's why we need the mush bars. Just to make sure that we don't fall behind and have anybody not get fed. On top of that, I have been just digging things out. Down here, I got a bunch of sedimentary rock so that I could keep feeding that to these guys. That way I get more stone hatchling eggs. These guys are now switched over to igneous rock. So that means they will keep giving me stone hatchling eggs, and they can consume that igneous rock. I have 63 tons of it right now, and I haven't even really explored that much, to be honest. So we're getting lots and lots of stuff going on here. It's messy, like it always is when you're trying to go for an achievement run to get that done. We have had a lot of really nice things happen with the Bionic Duplicants, to be fair. The ability to do the mechatronics really early by using the booster was great. And having them be able to go into some of these areas that are a little harder to get into because of not having Atmos suits helped. Like, they don't have anything to protect them from the environment, but they can come down here and do a lot of digging faster because they can go into areas where there's not a lot of oxygen and not have to keep running back to breathe. Super helpful. So I think that that's probably the best thing so far. We're definitely going to get into more with the bionics as we get things stabilized here and finish out the achievements. But just not quite ready for that just yet. We just need to finish doing the starter stuff. I think between what we're going to finish off here and the next episode, we should be done with the achievements that are limited, that we have to get done right away. So that means we'll be able to start producing some power. We'll be able to start doing some farming and things like that. So I'm excited for that. Who do we... Let's bring in one more. We're at 16. I would like to get up to... I think I want to get to 19, and then we're going to make it so that when we do the Hermit, that'll bring us to 20. That's kind of the goal. Actually, we could go to 18, because we'll also get one from the other planetoid, the other asteroid, when we go to it. This one has increased husbandry, slower bathrooms. I think this is the one I want. Another thing that we did is I put in beds that were ladder beds, just so that we have a more condensed bedroom for our standard duplicants. I figured since it's temporary anyway, because eventually we'll build private bedrooms for them, this would be a good way to not have to build and dig out and build another bedroom somewhere else. And I just kind of like it. It's neat, like a barracks. So let me just go and check out this schedule. I have a couple of guys to assign, so let's just move them down here so we can see. I have... Okay, so I need 2 more on the last schedule. So let's move Stinky to 4. That gives us 4, 3, 3, and 3. So we're pretty balanced there. Check out our skill points. The only thing I've really been worrying about is anybody who isn't a critter rancher yet. I have been making them that way because that's just what I need to focus on in order to get everything done. Because I need to get the grooming and the lullabying done as fast as I possibly can. So other than that, I've just been ignoring skill points for now. Because I don't really have morale to support anything too high anyway. But we have a lot of ranchers right now, which is great. We've been able to keep these things lullabied perfectly. And grooming the new ones so that they're all tamed and happy. So we're producing a lot of eggs. So for now, I think we're going to call it. We're pushing 30 minutes already. And we've made it to almost to cycle 50. So we're halfway through the first 100 cycles. I'm pretty happy with how we've gotten here. And it was actually a lot easier with the Bionic Duplicants like I said, having the ability to jump into mechatronics really early was huge. And a lot of other reasons too, but we'll get more into the bionics once we make it a little farther through this beginning part. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching it so far, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.